Can everybody hear me?
Yes, Karo, you're audible. We can start.
Okay, right. Thank you. Good evening, everybody. Uh, you all would have familiar to certain extents about pathways because you had been in Toastmaster maybe few years at least, and we all know that yet the Toastmaster Pathway program is little bit uh, complicated because it's a very comprehensive program. That is why that we had to organize another training program as well to enhance your knowledge and to get familiar with the program. And today we have our presenter, DTM Nisal Weerakoon. I welcome Nisal to the program. And also we have here our program quality director, uh, DTM Bhati Hettiarachi. I welcome you too to the program. And most importantly, I welcome all of you to this program, and I hope that this program will be a very successful one, and we can have a fruitful training sessions today. So may I invite to address the gathering to DTM Bhatia Hettiarachi, Program Quality Director. Bhatia, it's over to you.
Thank you, Karu. First of all, welcome all of you for this program, which is designed to focus on the pathway experience. So, as we all know, when we join as Toastmasters, we have few things to do. One, to learn. Second, to enjoy. We say laugh, and then learn, and then to lead. Now, when it comes to the learning that you get out of the Toastmasters, the key platform of learning is the pathways. So if you are a member and if you are a Toastmaster, whether you are a senior Toastmaster or a junior or just joined or you have been there for some time, if you have to gain the best out of the program, you need to adapt and continue this learning journey. Then only you will transform yourself to become better speakers and better leaders. Now, that is the objective of joining Toastmasters, and that is the objective of the Toastmasters International also. So we are going step by step to improve the quality of the district, and we have recruited new members, and we have had a new member orientation program in which I saw Nisal doing this module. And when I saw Nisal doing this module, I found that he's doing it extremely well, and there are a lot of things, even for the seasoned Toastmasters, the new Toastmasters, as well as the senior Toastmasters, to learn about this pathway and the digital capabilities of the platform Toastmasters has offered us. So, therefore, we decided to have this program open to all members. And I'm sure at the end of this program, Nisal will reveal or basically help you discover very subtle and super capabilities of the digital platform of Toastmasters International, which will transform your experience as a member and also the experience the clubs can give to their members. So, as a club, how you will use the digital capabilities and the pathways to enhance the value that you provide to the members, and also you as a member individually will gain the best value out of the digital platform. So, as we very correctly know, there has been the updates to the pathway program. We right now have 6 paths, and these paths have been designed to teach over 300 unique skills. These are tested around the world, and it has been designed with a lot of care. So, Nizal will help you to understand these 6 parts and also how you will enroll from the beginning and also how you proceed with these parts and the program to gain the best out of it. So without taking much time, let me thank Nisal for taking up this assignment, and and also thank each and every one of you who has the keenness and the readiness to upgrade and update your knowledge so that you will get the best out of this program. So with that, I wish you all the very best and hand over controls back to Karu to invite Nisal.
Thank you, Bhatia. Uh, Now, let me introduce today's presenter. Currently, he is a product manager at PICME. He has a bachelor's in computing from Staffordshire University and a master's of information technology from the University of Colombo. Nisal is a Toastmaster over a decade. He held many high positions in uh, District 82, and he had been the district director in 2022-23. So he's a well-experienced Toastmaster and very knowledgeable Toastmaster. And also he has a very comprehensive knowledge about today's subject, the Pathway Training Program. So I am privileged to introduce uh, distinguished Toastmaster Nisal Weerakoon, today's presenter. Nisal, is over to you.
Thank you, Karu, for that wonderful introduction. Good day to all the Toastmasters who are here. So let me start off with a simple introduction. Before Pathways, we had a wonderful program before as well. Some of you are from that program. Can all of you just for me to understand, how many of you have heard the competent communicator manual, competent leader manual? How many of you are from that era? Can you put the raise hand option in Zoom, or you can say give a thumbs up or whatever the action which you can do. Right, wonderful. We have set of individuals from that era. Now, CCCL was the common terminology which we used, competent communicator and competent leader. Now, the wonderful thing back in the day, what we had was we had a manual focusing on public speaking. We had a manual focusing on leadership. Now, once Pathways came in, we saw a lot of leadership roles coming into the Pathways program as well, but that was beyond level 3. So for the people who don't know what is a level, I'll explain that in this program, a level, a project, all those things. But now when you look at the Pathways program, each level you have leadership roles which you have to do in the club level, different projects, and all these have come together with the new update. So first, let me start off with some of the details of the new update. So hope everyone can see my slides. Right. So starting off, a quick agenda for today. So I'll start off talking with the new additions for the Pathways program when it comes to the meeting roles, the educational series presentation, and how you can track your roles in the Pathways base camp system. And I'll go through one project for you to understand how you can navigate through a project and get all the content which is required for you. Then I'll talk about the feedback tool which you can use in your home clubs whenever you want to give feedback for a person who is playing a role, doing a speech, how you can use that feedback tool. Then we'll dive into a Q&A segment. You can ask any amount of questions. I'm happy to clarify as long as we have enough time. So starting off, little bit of information. I'll try to make it a little bit easy for you to grab. So meeting roles have come into Pathways for each level. Level 1, you have to do set of meeting roles. Level 2, you have to do set of meeting roles. Level 3, level 4, level 5. Each level, you need to do set of meeting roles if you want to complete that level successfully. So talking about that, each member must complete their required meeting roles while working in the relevant level in order to receive the credit. What they are saying now is, if you're working on your level 1, finish the level 1 meeting roles, then focus on the next level meeting roles when you go to that level. While you are in level 1, don't try to do level 5 meeting roles and say, hey, I have completed. That's not how they want to do. For example, they cannot fulfill a role while in level 1 and receive the credit for the role in level 3. A simple example, like I said, if you are doing level 1, focus on the meeting roles of level 1, complete that, go to level 2, do that, and go to level 3. When you're in level 1, don't try to do level 3 stuff. The simple reason is this entire program has been tested and there is a structure for a reason. So Toastmasters International wants you to go through that structure to get the maximum learning experience in a simple way where you will gain step-by-step learning if you go in the correct approach. So that's the first thing what you need to understand with latest update. The second one is these requirements are minimum level of participation needed for complete a level. And these are exact words which is shared by Toastmasters International. Members should be encouraged to participate in meeting roles outside of the requirements according to their skills, their goals, and their needs of the club. Now, when I go through each level's requirement of meeting roles, they say you have to be the Toastmaster of the day, general evaluator, but that does not stop you from doing other roles in your club meetings. Go ahead and do it. It's all okay for you to do as long as there is a need for the club and for you to do that role and gain that experience and that learning out of that role. The third important thing is members can record their meeting roles in the profile on the Basecamp. I'll show it how you can access that, how you can do those updates near the bottom of the member profile. When I show it, you will understand. And when individuals can input their roles and the dates fulfilled by them, these will be visible to the Basecamp manager when viewing their member profiles. So let me explain that third line in a simple way. When we do roles, now Toastmasters International is encouraging us to mark those roles in our profile itself. When you do the Toastmaster of the Day role, go to the profile and say, on this day I did it. When you mark that, the Basecamp manager has the visibility from their side when they log into the Basecamp manager's profile. They see, okay, Nisal has completed Toastmaster of the Day last Saturday. Now he has to do this for his level 1 completion. Likewise, there is visibility for the Basecamp managers in their backend as well. So this makes things a little bit more easy for the club exco to monitor things of the members. But in some clubs, we have Excel sheets, a lot of documents which we maintain to track what are the roles, what each of our member is playing. So on top of it, now Toastmasters International has given an easy tool for the clubs as well. So these are the three important things which I wanted to share in the first go before we jump on to the next set of details. Now let's deep dive into the enhancements of each level. Now, pathways enhancements to level 1. When it comes to meeting roles, now Toastmasters International is saying if you want to complete level 1, you need to be a table topic speaker, you need to be an evaluator, you need to be a timer or an hour counter. Previously, it was not there. Now it is there. Now there is a little bit of a condition for table topic speaker as well. I'll explain it towards the latter part. So they say before you start the entire speaking journey, first be a table topic speaker. That's what they're explaining, but I'll explain it towards the end as well. And in the new addition, there are educational series presentations which people need to do as well. In level 1, you don't need to do such thing in your level 1. So this is the simple enhancements for level 1. Now you have to play 3 roles before you complete the level 1. So I hope it's clear. If you have any questions, please put it on the chat. I'll pick it up whenever I have time, and towards the end of the session during the Q&A also I'll answer all your questions. Pathways enhancements for level 2. The meeting roles, what you need to play, the role of grammarian, the topic master, the evaluator, Toastmaster, timer, or counter. So that's those are the roles that you have to do. So at a glance, you have to play at least 4 roles for you to complete the level 2. Again, there is no educational series presentation you need to do to complete the level 2 when it comes to the level 2 completion. Now, all these roles, what I'm saying, on top of the other speaking projects which was already available on the Pathways program. Back in the day, to complete level 1, there was not a meeting role requirement. To complete level 2, there was not a meeting role requirement. Now, they have added this as well. And in level 2, I like the role grammarian coming into the picture. I see in many clubs, people are reluctant to take the role of the grammarian because people think it's a hard role to play. Now, if you really want to complete level 2, you need to play that role at least once in your club if you are trying to complete level 2. And with that, if you move on to pathways enhancements for level 3, meeting roles. You have to play Toastmaster of the day, you have to do an evaluation, you have to be a topic master, table topic speaker, or you have to do a project which is related to mentoring, introductory mentor role as well. So that also they consider as a role. So these are the 3 roles what you need to do in the meeting roles. And on top of it, we all know there are series called Successful Club Series Presentation. You have to do one of the following from that series: creating a best club climate, meeting roles and responsibilities, or keeping the commitment presentation, or going beyond our club presentation. So high level, on top of the speaking projects you have on level 3, now you have to play 3 meeting roles and you have to do 1 successful club series presentation to complete your level 3 as well. Again, these are the new additions which has come to Pathways level 3. I think I see some chatter on the chat. Let me look at it a little bit later. Moving on to the enhancements to level 4. Let me quickly go through. When it comes to meeting roles, you have to play the Toastmaster of the day, general evaluator, you have to be an evaluator, you have to be a table topic speaker, topic master, or a specialized role. I'll explain that a little bit later. Or repeat a role from the above list. That means again you have to do Toastmaster, general evaluator, or evaluator role. But overall, you need to do 4 meeting roles to complete level 4 there. And when it comes to the successful club series presentation, you have to one from finding new members, closing the sale, how to become a distinguished club, Toastmasters educational program. Out of those 4 education presentations, you have to do 1 to complete your level 4 as well. But on top of that, there is another series called Better Speaker Series. From that, you have to do 1 as well. Either it can be beginning your speech, concluding your speech, controlling your fear, impromptu speaking, selecting your topic, knowing your audience, organizing your speech, or creating an introduction, preparation and practice, or using body language. Now you have to do that as well. So in high level, on top of the speaking projects which we already had, now a person who is trying to complete level 4 needs to do 4 meeting roles, do 1 presentation from successful club series, and do 1 presentation from better speaker series as well. So I'll jump on to level 5 while I'll open the chat and keep on side. Yeah, there is a lot of interesting questions coming up. I'll take the lengthy questions towards the end. Pathways enhancements for level 5. When it comes to meeting roles, listen to me very carefully. General evaluator, you have to play twice. Toastmaster of the day, you have to play twice. Evaluator role, you have to do twice. After that, you have to do a table topic speaker, or you have to be a topic master, or you have to be an accountant, timer, grammarian, or a club mentor, or again a specialized role. I'll explain that later. Or repeat a role listed above that. That means either the general evaluator, Toastmaster, or the evaluator's role. So if you look at level 5 role completions, you technically need to do 7 meeting roles to complete level 5. And on top of it, you have to do one presentation from successful club series presentation. It can be MOT, evaluation to motivate, or mentoring. And there is another series called Leadership Excellence Series. From that, you have to do one as well, service and leadership, the leader as a coach, developing a mission, motivating people, building a team, delegating to empower, resolving conflict, visionary leadership, values and leadership, goal setting and planning, and giving effective feedback. In summary, if you are planning to complete level 5 on top of the speaking projects which we already had, you have to do 7 meeting roles. Then you have to do one presentation from the successful club series. Then you have to do one presentation from leadership excellence series as well. So these are the new additions to each level when it comes to meeting roles and the presentations what you need to do when you are trying to complete each level. I'm sure you would have a lot of questions. I'll answer some of the questions later, but this slide is mostly for all our club excos and our members as well. Prepare to start tracking the new requirements. Now, I'll read it through. These are exact words which is shared by Toastmasters International. Keep in mind that when approving level completions, club officers now have the additional item to track. That means for each level, whether the roles are properly completed, the club officers needs to track. So that is why Toastmasters International also encouraging when the member is doing that role, go to the base camp, mark it. So as a base camp manager, you have an easy tracking tool on the base camp itself. And in addition to validating members completed all requirements of the projects in their levels, club officers also needs to confirm that they have completed the meeting roles and the educational series presentations as well. Toastmaster says, determine how you will keep track of and validate these items and ensure all officers in your club know the plan. So like I said in the beginning, some clubs maintain Excels. They have for each, when each role is played in their club, they have a common Excel. In this meeting, this member played this role and whatnot. So you can track in that manner, or you can mark everything in the base camp and track everything in the base camp as well. But what Toastmasters International says is there's a responsibility, there's an added responsibility for the club officers to make sure that the requirement of each level is met by completing meeting roles. And like I said earlier, as mentioned previously, you can ask the member to track the meeting roles themselves using the meeting role section in their profile. I'll show that a little bit later, so we'll understand how each member can do their own tracking and maintain the roles. Right. The last slide which I have for the today. After that, I'll dive into the base camp and I will go through the base camp. Then it's very much easy for you to understand. So bear with me for this last slide. Level 1, table topic speaker must be completed before delivering the icebreaker speech. That's the key important detail. If someone is starting the level 1, they need to do the table topic speech before they deliver the icebreaker speech. This is the recommendation from Toastmasters International for us to share with our new members, because I also agree with this. When you are a table topic speaker, you get the hang of speaking a little bit, then you dive on to introducing yourself to the club with the icebreaker. So it's easy for the new member to get started in their speaking journey. Next one is another interesting key information. Level 3, an introductory mentor is a member who unofficially support a new member by answering questions and guiding them based on their own experiences. If a member hasn't began the Pathways Mentor program, they can find it in the suggested learning section on the Basecamp homepage once they complete level 2. I'll read the first part again for you to understand. In level 3, there is a role for you to play the role of the introductory mentor. Here, what the Toastmasters is saying is level 3 introductory mentor is a member who unofficially supports a new member by answering questions and guiding them based on their own experience. So that is the role, that's the expectation for that role. We'll deep dive in more when I go into the base camp as well. Level 3, completing a specialized role allows you to fulfill the role that is specific to your club or unique situation. For example, your club may have online moderator role, or there may be circumstances where someone is needed to manage the visual aids for some other member. So in some levels, there is a role called specialized role. So specialized role can be defined by the club. So in a situation, if you need an online moderator, that can be considered as a specialized role, or in a situation where another member needs to support another member to handle the visual aid, that can be also a specialized role. Now, I know a lot of ambiguity can come in. Okay, what kind of roles can be considered to specialized role? But this is the only information which is provided by Toastmasters International as of now for us. With that, time for us to dive into Basecamp and go through all these changes and understand the Basecamp A to Z. So I'll take a pause and I'll look at the chat and see what kind of questions we have right now. Right. And I'll take 1 or 2 questions and I'll dive into Basecamp. Right. Right. There is a question. If the roles have already been done, do we need to do again to complete the particular role? I'll answer it in this way. In path test, sometimes when we start a new path, there is a requirement of us to do the icebreaker again. So at that point, we can't simply say we did it in the previous path, but still we have to do it. So similar thing comes into picture here as well. Unless the member has completed, for example, when I show the base camp, you will understand I am in my second path. I have completed level 3 and I'm in level 4 right now. But with the new addition, all the new additions have come into all my level 1, 2, 3 completed levels as well. But Toastmasters have already said in their documentation, if you have already completed these levels, then you don't need to worry about the meeting rules and the new update for the completed levels. But for the uncompleted levels, you have to do the meeting rules. So for example, for me, the level 4 meeting rules, which I have to do now, if I want to complete my level 4. So like I said earlier, so likewise, yes, member could have done Toastmaster of the day 10 times, but right now if the member is doing level 1, they need to do the Toastmaster of the day again for the completion of that role. I'll take one more question. Right, I think I answered some of these questions with my previous answer. Are these presentations also in Basecamp now? Good question. Answer is Toastmasters International have done a wonderful linking. So there is a direct link where you can find this presentation. So anyone can easily click on it and go and get that going. So other than that, there are a lot of other big questions coming up. I'll answer all these questions later. Let me deep dive into the Basecamp and get started. I would want one of you to confirm saying that you can see my screen. Nanadri, can you give a confirmation that you can see my screen? Or anyone in the audience, you can see? Can you see the Basecamp? All right, super, can see. Right. So how to get on to Basecamp? I'll quickly show that as well. So I have logged into my profile right now. So when you log in, when you go to your profile, you will see go to Basecamp. Once you click go to Basecamp, you will get landed to the Basecamp. So it's a simple thing like that. So I'll dive on to presentation mastery. My second path, which I'm trying to complete. Right, so I got landed to the place where I completed previously, but let me show you the overview and we'll go one by one. So I'll show in one by one how the changes have come in, so it's easy for all of us. Right, So level 1, 2, 3, like I said earlier, I have completed these levels and all these things were done. But after that, they introduce these new changes. So in some levels, you can see that checkbox is not there. So let me dive on to the level 1 new addition, which all of us will start seeing. Right. Let me go one step back. Right. When you go to level 1 requirement is clearly stated here. Required projects in level 1, you need to do icebreaker, writing a speech with purpose, introduction to the vocal variety and body language, evaluation and feedback. Then those are the required projects in level 1. Required meeting rules, it clearly states one table topic speaker, and that also says before delivering your icebreaker speech, then you need to be a speaker. Or obviously, once you do all these projects, you will automatically be a speaker. And you need to be an evaluator. Again, they say as part of the evaluation and feedback project, you will be completing that as well. Then you need to do the roles of timer or counter as well. And one simple other thing which I wanted to show to all of you is now there is a new document they have introduced, Toastmaster Club meeting rules. So a wonderful document, again, I would say. Here they have put how real world skills can be gained from each role what we are going to play. So not going to go in depth, but if you look at it, Toastmaster of the day, what you will do, the real world skill, what you will gain. So this is a wonderful document, which I encourage all our members and all our new members should start reading. So you will understand how each role, what we play in our clubs will help us to gain the real world skills. Again, that is available under the resources as well. So the timer script, if you click here, now you will get redirected to the timer script, which is already available on the Toastmasters International website. And our counter script, same story, you will get landed to the our counter script available on the website as well. And if you go to the next side, so level 1 checklist is given to us as well. So I have just checked it. I'll uncheck all these things. So if a member goes through this checklist, which is given by TI, it's simple, it's easy, nothing, no complexity. So how you need to start level 1, they say participate as a table topic speaker before your icebreaker speech. If you do it, once you do it, just mark it here. Complete the icebreaker project, mark it here. Then go and complete the writing speech and with purpose project, complete that. Introduction to vocal variety and body language, do that. Evaluation and feedback, do that. Then they say serve as an evaluator while completing the project which I mentioned. Then the additional rule of timer or account, you can mark it here as well. So they have given you the checklist for you to go through as well. So simple like that. Then once you have done, you have to mark it here. I have already done it. Then in your overview, it will start reflecting. So that is level 1. So yeah, I think I will not pick up the questions which I have already answered. So due to the time constraints, right. Yeah, I think some of you are answering on behalf of me the answers which I have already given. So thank you for that. So I'll jump on to the level 2. So as you can see, level 2, this is the new addition. All these things were previously visible for us. This is the new addition, learning your style. They have given a name there as well. So if you go into that, you will see the resources what you really want to do all the roles and the required projects for you, introduction to the mentoring, then the 2 different projects from the projects which is available for you to pick. Then the required meeting roles, the grammarian, topic master, evaluator, speaker, and 1 Toastmaster of the day, timer or counter role what you have to do as well here as well. So if you go to the next, you have the checklist here again available for you as well. So I'll quickly go to level 3 ones also and show that to all of you. While it loads, okay, it loaded. Level 3, they have given a name for the level 3 meeting role section, increasing knowledge. So again, the scripts what you want, quickly wrote the Toastmaster of the day. Script is also the TI script. Right. Now here we comes the required projects and the presentations, one required projects and two electives. Then it comes to the club successful series. Now, if the new member doesn't know what keeping the commitment project is, just click learn more and they will get landed to the presentation material what they really need to do. After that, download the material, go through it. In the material, you have the PDF, you have the presentation, you have the evaluation sheet, everything is available. It's just a matter of downloading, going through and doing that presentation in the club. So simple extra information which I want all the club officers to be very careful of it is all these club successful series, better speaker series, then the leadership excellence series presentations requires 10 to 15 minutes for that specific presentation. So when you're planning your agenda, plan for that 10 to 15 minutes. Don't keep it to the 5 to 7 minute slot, even though it's a pathways project. So give that due time which is recommended on the specific project itself. It's up to the person to share the details with the VP Education and the president, but always take a note if the member is trying to do a club successful series, better speaker series, or leadership excellence series presentation, they require at least 10 to 15 minutes for the presentation. So likewise, this is the club successful series presentations which the members can do. Then the required meeting roles, the Toastmaster of the day, evaluator, speaker. From these three, you can do one as well. So after that, you can do the completion. I'll jump on to the level 4 as well quickly. While it loads, I'll take a question. I think a lot of lengthy questions are coming in. I think again, this question which I have answered has come up. So if someone has completed level 1, 2, 3 before the new update, do they really need to do these roles again? According to Toastmasters International, no, you don't need to. So like if you look at me, my level 2 is now completed. So it was completed before the new update, but the new update is visible to me as well, but you don't need to do it. So what they say is whatever you are doing right now in those levels, go ahead and complete. So building skills, level 4 roles, which I'll quickly go through and show as well. Right, I think I have to go here. Right, again, the resources are available, the required projects are available, clubs successful series presentations, what you can do is here also available. Better speaker series presentations also available here. So I'll quickly load one of these things and show it to you. Know your audience, creating an introduction. I'm sure most of you would have not noticed these presentations and how these presentations can help you to become better speakers and leaders. So now all of us have more visibility for these presentations as well, which is great. And the meeting roles for level 4, I'm not going to read it. These are the roles. You have the visibility for that. Right, I'll jump on to level 5 and show that new addition as well. A lot of good questions coming up. Superb. I'll answer majority towards the end. Yeah, level 5 again, you have the required projects, what you need to do. You have the club successful series, leadership excellence series again. I quickly load one, service and leadership, motivating people. I'm sure most of us would have not seen some of these presentations as well. Resolving conflict, love the presentation in this. So read all these things, you will gain so much about leadership as well. And oh yeah, my favorite one, goal setting and planning. We talk about SMART goals here. So this is also interesting. So all these leadership excellence series presentations also available here. And the next set of required meeting roles. Important thing in level 5, again I'll say, generally evaluator role, you need to play the role twice. Toastmaster of the day, you need to play twice. Evaluator role, you need to play the role twice. So when you go to level 5, general evaluator 2 times, Toastmaster of the day 2 times, the evaluator 2 times, and the speaker and all the other roles here, you have to play those roles here as well. Right. So these are all the new additions when it comes to the meeting roles and the educational presentations. Now let me show the place where you all can mark the meeting roles, what you do. What you need to do is you have to go to the main page. Here, if you go to your profile, under the profile, you will start seeing meeting roles. What you need to do is click on this edit option, pick the meeting role what you played. I'll simply, as a test, I'll do R counter. I'll pick today, this is sample one only. And you save. So it tracks 18th. Nisal has played the role of R counter. I'll do one more, just for all of you to show. So yesterday, let's say I did the role of the grammarian. Now that is also marked. The best part is all these dates will be visible for the Basecamp managers when they log in from their profile as well. So I highly encourage all the members use the tool which is given by Toastmaster International. It makes things easy for you and for your club expo. Always when you play the role, come here, mark it. That's simple like that. So I'll again take a pause, take some of the questions on the chat, and let's move on from that. Right. There are good questions, lengthy questions. Right. I'll take one of the questions on the role. Can the G role player who is doing it for level 5 completion, can they do the speech evaluation on the same day and record that too? Or should all the 7 roles different? Well, I'll give answer like this. On a given meeting, I can play the role of Toastmaster of the day if I really want to. I can do a evaluation. I can be table topic master. I can be the timer also. And I can be a table topic speaker also. So I said five things. My question is it effective? I don't think so. Was the member really prepared to do all those things in one go? I don't think so. And does that show the real quality of the club? I don't think so. So my humble recommendation is don't overload the member with so many roles and things to do in one go. Let the member learn. This is not a race. This is a journey where we help the member to learn. So don't overload with things. Always let the member go in their own pace. So that's the simple answer for that. Another question I'll take from, I think some of you have answered the questions as well. Thank you for that. Is the evaluator role played in the evaluation and feedback project speech and the evaluator role mentioned in the meeting role level 1 is the same? Well, I'll not answer that. I'll let you read the project and figure out whether the both things are catered in the same go. Because if you read the Basecamp, at least the simple introduction which is showed there, it gives a simple answer to this. So I'll not answer that. I encourage you to go to the Basecamp and read the description in the Basecamp and the project also, so you will get much more details. Does this affect the ISC criteria? Doesn't it? ISC criteria, which is in the is not changed. Yes, it's the same thing you have to do. Meeting roles comes into the picture. That's the only new addition that is there. The recording should be available with the PQD team and every team, hopefully. I think they can release it as well. So I'll pause the questions now because we have a Q&A segment as well. Let me dive in again to the Basecamp. Right. Now we spoke about the new additions which came in. I showed you the tool which you can use to track your meeting roles. Now I'll go back into one project and I'll go through A to Z how to complete a proper project. So if you have not gone through that, so let's go together. Let's understand how you can complete a proper project from starting to the ending. Hope that helps. So to make things much more easy, what I'll do is I'll go to level 1 and pick the icebreaker project because that's the first project all of us will do. So easy thing for all of us to go through as well. So let me pick the icebreaker project here. Right. Since I have completed this, it will get landed to the congratulations part most probably. Think until it loads, I can take one or two questions. I loaded, right. Right, yeah, came to the completion page. Let me go to the starting page, right. So when you go to a project, you will see the icebreaker or the project name and a simple introduction for the project, what you're going to do. Then you will start seeing all the resources what is required for you to complete the project. So as a member, my humble request to all of you is read the material given here, because one of the biggest mistakes what most of our members do is they don't read the content. They want someone else to read it and come and explain it to them. Don't be that person. Read the content. All the resources what you need is clearly here. Now, Toastmasters International have gone in one step extra and they have even given a project checklist for you. Let me load the project checklist to make things easy. Now, if you look at the project checklist, here it clearly says the purpose. It's not visible. Let me make it a little bit more visible. It says the purpose, the overview, what's the time they required, and how you can get started of this project. Schedule your speech with your VP Education, write your speech, reshare your speech, communicate with the evaluator. All those checklist is given one by one. So if you're a new member, if you go through this checklist, you will get a proper experience. So I always encourage all my mentees, my friends in Toastmasters, go through the given checklist. It's easy for you to go through the project. All the resources what you need is here as well. Now, if you're a person who doesn't want to navigate in the Basecamp, if you want to read the entire thing, that is also possible. That is, you can get the print of the entire project and read that as well. So you have that PDF as well. And you have the icebreaker speech outlined as well. Now, when you're trying to write the project, this is not only for the icebreaker, for all the projects. This worksheet is very much helpful. Start off with your speech title. Main things what you're going to say about you, reasons why you joined Toastmaster, likewise the goals what you want, your opening, greeting, how you're going to capture the audience, introduction to yourself, the first transition in the body, the main point, the transition, second main point, the transition, the third main point, the transition, then the conclusion. So if you just start filling this PDF, which is given by Toastmasters, you have a basic speech. After that, talk to your mentor, work with your mentor, groom the speech. Then you can get started from there. So this is a simple, easy way to get started. So This is the first page what you'll see. When you go to the next, again, you will have a lot of more introductions, the learning needs, what you will be catering for, how you can get more support. All these extra details are here as well. Then the next step, again, some introduction, what's your assessment, your purpose, the overview of the project, all the details are available. Then you have to assess and reflect. You can start assessing yourself. You can add things here. So I'll not do it right now. Then one of the most important things, the competencies what you will gain from completing this project is also clearly outlined in each and every project. So most of the things when you go and talk about the path-based programs, we are catering for 300 competencies, 100 plus competencies, so many competencies. So these are the competencies each project is catering for. That is also clearly outlined here. Next, when you go, you will get more details about the icebreaker, planning the speech, how you can go forward, all those things. So take time, read it. That's the simple way to go forward. Then how you can remember your speech, tips for you to do that, organizing your speech. There are wonderful videos which you can listen, watch and learn as well. Organizing your speech, again, they emphasize on the checklist, how you want to use the worksheet as a checklist to build your speech as well. Then prepare and present, they say write it, remember it, and connect with the audience. Some of the techniques to practice is mentioned here as well. A lot of interesting content. I recommend all of you to go through. Then they talk about the timing, pacing, organizing, reviewing, learning, all those things. Then another video, then how you can enjoy, overcome your anxiety, all this information. So take time, read it. After your speech, things what you can gain, all those things are here as well. And again, after that, understanding your Toastmaster evaluation, also here, how you can get all these details, your evaluation, how you can go through it, understand it. So it's important to understand the evaluation as a new member as well. So that details also here. Then lastly, review and apply. Anything what you want to add on, you can add here as well. Then again, we come to the completion of the project. Again, we can see the purpose, project overview, and basic project details. If you want a checklist, you can use this. Some places I use, some places I did not use. So this is an instance which I didn't use the checklist in the base camp, but I used the documents checklist. And your evaluation results, how it would come and how the ratings would come. That is also important for us to understand as well. Then how you can reflect on your learning. Then how you can complete your learning. So if you added stuff in your know and wonder, then you can add things to your learned section as well. Then you can use this as a log as well. So this is another interesting addition which I saw. So for example, if I add, if my test, my speech title is my name. So the speech presentation date is, let's say, today. Then I can pick my club. I can pick my evaluator from here as well. So I'll pick my friend, Toastmaster Hingston, and I can pick my evaluation resource, which I want to send to the person as well. And when I save an email, so if you use this tool, Toastmaster, whatever the evaluator who you picked will get the evaluation resource emailed as well. So now that's an interesting tool which they have given as well. I encourage you to use that as well. So it is important for you to share the evaluation sheet with the evaluator. So this is another simple way Toastmasters have made it a little bit more easy for you to do that as well. After that, I'll not save it now. After that, you can if you go to the next page, so you can do the project completion. Since I have already completed, it says completed. So this is me going through an entire project, one project. So to give a high level overview, my current path is presentation mastery. In that, I have completed 65%. In that, I'm in right now in level one. Level one, once I go through each section, it gets checked out. And right now, I have completed this project as well. So now I can return to overview and I can go for the next project from there. So that is how you go through an entire project. I'll again take a quick pause. I'll look into some of the questions and try to answer some of your questions. Right, evaluation questions I'll not take. I think that's a simple answer. Okay, I think I have answered majority of the questions. Right. Now let me go into Basecamp again and show you a wonderful tool which you can use in your club. Evaluations, yes. If I'm the speaker, when I do a speech, I have a dedicated evaluator who will be giving evaluation. But that does not stop the entire club giving me feedback from my speech as well. When I started the presentation, I said I come from the era of competent communicator, competent leader. Now, in that era, when I did a role in the competent leadership manual, I got feedback from a specific evaluator and I got feedback from the club as well. So that is coming back with the feedback tool, which is introduced by Toastmasters International. So you can give member feedback and you can request members to give feedback as well. Now, if I am a speaker, if I want my entire clubs to give me feedback, what you need to do is you need to go to Basecamp, go to the feedback section. In the feedback tool, you have to go to request feedback. And I think Heshan is raising the hand. Heshan, I'll take all the verbal questions towards the end in the Q&A. So if you want to put it down in the chat, put it down. In the Q&A, I'll take all the verbal questions. In the request feedback, you can go in, request your club. You can request all the members in your club if you really want feedback for one specific thing. So let me add 5 members in my home club. So I added 5. I can say give feedback for my icebreaker speech. And when I send this request, all the members which I picked from this who are marked will get an email saying Nisal has requested feedback. And they can click on it, they will get landed here to give feedback section. They can give feedback as well. And there is another interesting option. When you get this feedback, you can make the visibility of this feedback visible to all your club members and visibility selected to the members only, the selected members only. So I'll not send this request because I'm sure some of these members will be a little bit confused if I send this request. So I'll not send that. So I'll go to the next option. Giving feedback is also visible. Again, I can go in, I can pick a member. I can say give feedback. And I can give a badge as well. Again, I can change the visibility here and I can post that as well. So likewise, when you get feedback, it is visible in your profile in the feedback section. So as you can see, Toastmaster Hingston has given me feedback. Toastmaster Mahen has given me feedback. And again, Hingston has given me feedback. And I have requested one of my club members to give feedback for my one of the presentations. I got that as well. So all those things visible here as well. This is under feedback, member feedback section. Then the evaluation feedback, again, this is all about the evaluation sheet and all those feedbacks. So this is mainly when it comes to a project, we have an evaluation sheet. So this is visible here for you to go through as well. So you can pick the evaluation sheet, you can send it, and you can get that feedback from that specific person as well. So I'll not go in depth on this because right now also we do this manually. If I'm going to do a speech tomorrow, I'll be sharing my evaluation sheet to the person who is going to evaluate me. But what has Toastmasters International has done is they have digitalized this a little bit more. So go deep dive in, learn about this as well. But this member feedback is a tool which I highly encourage you to use in your clubs. In our home club, I always encourage when a person joins a meeting, I encourage all the people who are in the meeting at least give 3 feedback for 3 individuals in the meeting. It can be a speaker, it can be a role player, because getting feedback is a good thing. We always say feedback is required for us to get groomed, go in this journey and learn more and more. So take time, give feedback for your peers in your club, your members. Then in return, you will get feedback for you as well. So that's the feedback tool which I wanted to show to all of you. And I'll again take a quick pause and see some of the questions which we have here. No new questions. Right. So I showed the feedback tool as well. So according to my agenda, next, which I had was the Q&A segment. If you have more time, I'm happy to go through the pathways, more sections and show the other sections as well. But since there are questions, I think we can dive on to the Q&A segment. Toastmaster Nanidiri, are we good to start the Q&A?
Yeah, we can start. Yeah.
Right. So
We have some more time.
Yeah.
But still okay, like starting at this moment. There may be so many questions.
Yes, I'm sure with all the new additions and the new introductions, there will be questions. So if I give a quick summary of things what I showed you today. So Toastmasters International have introduced a lot of new additions to each level. Now in each level, you need to complete meeting roles. After level 3, level 4, level 5, you have to do a set of presentations as well for you to complete each level. Then I showed you how to go through one project digitally and how you can use the resources. Then I went through the feedback tool, which you can use in your day-to-day club to give feedback for your members as well. Right. So with all these things, let's dive on to the Q&A segment. Questions. I'll go until I get a question from the audience. You can unmute yourself and ask the question. Until that, I'll go to the top of the chat and pick questions which I have not answered. Right, Heshan, go ahead. Heshan, you can go ahead and ask the question. Toastmaster Heshan.
Heshan, you seems to be muted.
Yeah, you are muted. Unless the Zoom master needs to. Okay, I think the Zoom master needs to. Okay, I request. Okay, go ahead.
He's there.
DJ Nisal, I have a question.
Yes, go ahead.
Then, especially we have to do joint meeting submissions now. In the joint meetings, if a member of one club is being evaluated by another member of the joint club, then how to email this evaluation sheet to him? Then can we add his name and email, or else send a separate copy and then save the PDF?
Simple answer. Whatever we do right now, we can continue to do that as well. So this tool is to make things easy in your club for your club meetings. If it's a joint meeting or if you have a visiting Toastmaster from out, the tool would not show you that person's name. It shows only the club member's name right now. But who knows, in the future we might get that option as well. But right now, whatever we do right now, manually download the evaluation sheet and sharing. We can continue to do that. No issue there.
Then I have another question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Then in our previous partners curriculum, we got an opportunity to save our evaluation sheets now. Is it in the same partners update now?
You're asking saving the resources.
The evaluation resources after we receive the evaluation?
Yeah, it's still there. They have not removed that. So if I try to show it to you, give me 1 minute. Hope my screen is visible. So you can go to resources under my documents. You can start uploading the files what you gain, but there is a maximum limit storage 1 GB. So personally what I do is I save it in my Google Drive. So it's easy for me to go back, but I encourage all the members to use this tool. If this capacity is enough for you, go ahead and use it. But personally for me, it was not. So I moved on to Google Drive. Hope I answered that.
I have another question.
Yes, Seshan, go ahead.
And who is a club mentor in level 5? Is he the same as the club mentor in the DTM requirements?
I'll keep it. I'll keep it without answering. The reason is I encourage you to go and read it, because if you read the project, you will understand what's the requirement. Because no point me giving that answer. If you have an aspiration of completing that role, you need to read the project. So read it, then you will understand what's the role you need to play. So I'll keep it that at that level, because we also need to engage with the program now. So I'll keep it at that level.
I have another question.
Yes, Seshan. If we don't have any questions from others, yes, we can go for your other question. Yeah, go ahead.
Some clubs have club specific roles such as talent master, entertainer, bookmaster, joke master, quote master, and invocation. Can we mark them under specialized roles? If so, could you please show how we can log the specialized roles?
Like I said in my presentation, the slide deck, the specialized role, Toastmasters, let me share the slide deck, show it to minutes. Right. So this is the exact wording from Toastmaster International. I have not changed a single word here. So they say level 4 completing a specialized role allows you to fill a role that is specific to your club or unique situation. So now you said you have the role of joke master, all these roles, what you said. If that role is specific to your club, then yes, you can consider it for that role. So that is what they are saying. Since there is a little bit of an ambiguity, I also wrote an email to the Pathways team asking what are the roles which we can consider. I have not got an answer for it yet. When I get a detailed answer, I'll share it to PQD, and PQD can share to the entire membership as well. But for me, when I read it, if a club is having a specific role, extra role, which we play, for example, the round robin master role is a unique role for our district, because we do round robin, other district does not do. So that can be considered for the specialized role as well. That is my understanding as well. So hope I answered.
Thank you very much, DT Nisal. I have another question. Then if someone has already done the icebreaker in the month of September, who joined the club as a new member, but later onwards the new enhancement is been rolled out from October onwards to become a table topic speaker before doing the icebreaker, then what should we do?
Let me answer it by showing my base camp. That will be easy. Give me 1 minute. Right. Hope my screen is visible, Heshan. You can see it.
Yes, DTM Nisal.
Right, super. So let me explain a detail again. So in my presentation mastery pathways, before this new update came, I have completed level 1, 2, and level 3. So those are done and dusted. Level 4, I was already working on it, but I have not completed the meeting rules. Right? So now before I complete my level 4, I need to do the meeting rules. I have already done some meeting rules which I have marked, that's why it's getting ticked. I have to complete the meeting rules, then I have to do rest of the projects. Then only my level 4 will be completed, because my level 4 was not completed when the new update came. If it was completed, you don't need to go back and do it. Like for example, level 3 was completed when the new update came. So I didn't wanted to go back and do it. That's the exact wording Toastmasters International also say when they rolled out. If the member has completed, they don't need to go back and do these additions. But if they're halfway through, then they need to do. That's what they recommend there as well. Hope I answered that question.
Small I am having a small ambiguity. Then,
Yeah.
if the level, although if the level 1 is not yet completed, but he has already done the icebreaker before the new path is rolled out, then should he do the become a table topic speaker next and do the icebreaker speech again?
So my question in that case is, Heshan, in your scenario, are you saying you have not completed level 1 when the new update came?
Not completed level 1, but level 1 only the icebreaker has been done already.
Yeah, icebreaker speech is done. Then it is recommended the person do the table topic speech, other roles, and complete the level. So keep it in simple terms like that. Don't complicate things little bit extra. If the member is in a halfway in the park and the new update came, you need to do the roles. Under the roles, yes, you need to be a table topic speaker as well. So do the table topic speech, do the rest of the projects, and go ahead and complete. So keep it simple like that. Okay, I think we have another member who has a question. Let's go to him.
Hi,
Yeah.
DTM Nisal, I have a small question.
Yeah.
This is regarding level 3. On level
Yeah.
3, there are only 4 topics from the Successful Club series are shown on the base camp. But actually, the Successful Club series has about 9 presentations, as far as I know. Can we do any of those 9, or the only 4 of those which is mentioned in the base camp are eligible for level completion?
Only the things which are shown in the base camp the person needs to do. Well,
Right.
first of all, I'm happy that you figured out there are more presentations, because it's very rarely a person would understand that. But what is recommended by Toastmasters International is doing the presentations which they have mentioned in that section only. That's for a reason, so I'll not go into depth for that, but that is the expectation of the person when it comes to that level.
Right. One additional thing are these presentations which is required for level completion. If the member does it on a different club, can the other club use it for the district awards as well for the Successful Club series, or should it be done as a separate part?
District awards question, I'll keep it aside because I don't have clarity on that. But if the member is doing a presentation in your club or other club, that is bad. I mean, let me answer it from a member's point of view. Member can do it in your club or the club, but from a district perspective, whether it's get counted for the district awards, I don't have clarity on it. I'll let Toastmaster Jeevan or Nediri or our PQD TTM Bhatia answer for that. So I don't have clarity for that part.
All right. Thank you very much. That's all.
So,
Nisal, now we'll say when a member submits in his about that he completed this role, as Basecamp manager, do we receive a notification? or is it
Uh,
usually after level completions?
Well, I have not received well, okay, I'll say like this. Uh, I have not received a notification as a Basecamp manager. When I was a Basecamp manager, there was that was not given before. But with the new update, I personally don't have that experience. But if a club member, exco member have that notification experience. Do let me also know, but it's visible on the base camp for you when you logged in. No notification part, there's a little bit of an ambiguity whether you get it or not, but you still can see that when the member marks. Hope it's clear.
All right, thank you very much.
Right. Yeah, I
One
think
one small announcement, Nisal,
yes,
that attendance link is on now, so
yes,
you can mark your attendance.
yes. So all the members who are keen about the district awards, please look at the link and mark
Yeah,
your attendance, so it's easy for
and
the people
and
behind.
also few minutes later, the evaluation link also will be there
Yeah.
while you are answering question, and while they are asking question, others can fill those two links.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. There's a question around selecting a path as well. I'll jump onto that. Before that, there are a few people raising hands. Toastmaster Muhammad, you can ask your question. Then I'll go to Heshan after that. Uh,
I think I am Wazir Sauja.
yeah.
This, I think that the question that I wanted to raise was answered by you because I joined in September and
Right.
then was able to do the icebreaker in that month. But I think now, since the new measures have been introduced, I will have to do it again, or I have not done a table
So
topics either.
yeah. So okay. Let me clarify it for you and for others as well. So you joined in the month of September. Still, you're in the level 1. You have
Yes.
completed the icebreaker, right?
I don't know. I am sort of experimenting with the base camp material,
Right.
and
So
it
did you
says
do
that I
your
have
speech?
completed. So I'm
No,
not
did
sure whether I
you?
have completed.
No, did
But
you
it
do the
says
speech in your?
there's a tick. There's a tick saying that I have completed, but I have
No,
not
no,
done
no,
table topics.
no, no. No. Forget about the base camp ticks. I'm asking, did you do your icebreaker speech in your club?
Yes.
Okay, so if you do the icebreaker speech in your club, my recommendation is, regardless whether it's marked in the base camp or not, go ahead and do the table topic speech, gain that experience also, and continue the rest of the things as well. Because again, like I said previously, Toastmasters International is encouraging new members to first do a table topic speech to get that experience of speaking for a few minutes, then do a prepared speech. It's a journey, it's a learning journey. So go in the journey, but if you have already done the first speech, it's all good. Do a table topic and go from there. Hope I answered.
Thank you.
Hey Shan, we go back to you. Yes.
I have another question. Then some clubs normally in their social media pages, especially clubs like Virtusa Colombo Toastmasters Club, shows that if someone has completed all the requirements for the meeting roles as well as doing table topic speeches and prepared speeches as ATM, that means accomplished Toastmaster. Is it really a Toastmasters award been awarded by TLI, or else is it or else can it be awarded if we do all the speeches as well as the educational presentations?
Well, I'll give a simple answer. Each club can have their own award system and own recognition. So I'm sure the club which you mentioned have done that, and they have their own mechanism of recognizing. But there is no link to the pathways or base camp with that. So
The new requirement is for you to, in simple terms, when you go through the journey of pathways, each level you have to do set of meeting roles. But if club has a special recognition for the people who do all the meeting roles, that's superb and that's great. That is encourageable for other clubs to do those things as well. But it's a club decision. That is not a requirement for pathways. So I'll keep it simple like that. So yeah.
Thank you very much, D Team Nisal.
You let me move on to the chat. I think there are a few more questions. Yeah, there is a question whether the slides which I showed right now can be available to you. But I'll do a better thing than that. I'll show you a document which most of you would have got and would have not have seen it properly. I'll tell the PQD if he can share this with all of you as well. So, Jeevan, we can see the screen, right? You can see the document?
Yes, Nisal.
Right, super. So when Toastmasters International introduced all these changes, they compiled this PDF document. From this only I can grabbed all the first few slides. So this is already available in your inbox. I'm sure you would have not seen it or you have missed it. But this is the document which I encourage all of you to read, not the slide deck which I presented. So I captured all the information from this PDF, which is shared by Toastmasters International. So this document, if you have not seen it, I'll try to share it on the chat as well. And I'll tell the PQD if he can share it with the members as well. That is the document which I would recommend all of you to view and read. Hope I answered Toastmaster Gamini's question.
Yeah, Nisal, I think this document has been shared, but
Right.
for the benefit of the members, we will send this to all the participants.
Super. Thank you, Diambatia. If someone wants it now, I'll try to drop it on the chat. I shared it on the chat. If you have access, please go ahead and download it so it's easy for you guys. Right. Let me quickly go through a few other questions. We did a questionnaire to select the pathways like leadership development before. Is it there? Online assessment is still there. Yes. Other questions, I think I answered Toastmaster Shan's question. Can Z-role players who are doing and I answered that as well. Yeah, icebreaker confusion, I answered that as well. Right, I think I have answered all the questions. And I think DTM Jeevan shared the attendance link again. If you have not marked your attendance, you can go ahead and mark that as well.
I think Nisal, attendance and evaluation both are together.
All right, okay, super.
Yeah.
Right, there is another interesting question. Let me try to share my screen and answer that. 1 minute.
Nisal, a small question from my side.
Yes.
As a previous one with your previous CC manual, if you are compare with the CC manual and current level 1 and level 2, how about what is your view about that? Which one is better? If you are
Question
okay
like
to give
this.
an answer.
Yeah, I'm okay to give the answer now because with the new update, my gut feeling is personally now our level 1 and level 2 is equivalent to us previous CC and CL
Okay.
because majority of the leadership roles are getting covered in the levels as well. So it's more or less equivalent to the CC and CL. Level 3, 4, 5 is more like the advanced stuff, but with
Okay. Thank you.
yeah. It's right. Two other interesting questions from Heshan, so let me ask those two as well. How to log the interactive mentor role with the dates in the Pathways website? So happy to say there is no place to log that. Only logging what you can do is that's what I was trying to load. Again, hope my screen is visible. The only place where you can at least do a check is here on your checklist of level 3 saying you have completed it. Other than that, if you go to your profile also, you will not see that role coming up as of now, at least. So that's how you need to mark it there. And there was one more question. Can we have the introductory mentor role as part of a regular club meeting? Well, introductory mentor role is a simplified version of being a mentor. So if you read the details, you will understand it can be applied for a regular club meeting. Yes, the answer is yes. You can play that as well. Uh, yeah, I have. Okay, I have a few more questions. Yeah, there was a question how to mark a role. I think I already showed it on the base camp. Can you please explain, give a brief explanation on each pathway, what you can, right, okay. So there is a little bit of a interesting question. I'll not make time. I'll give a, so there is ask for question which is the person is asking to give a brief idea on the each path. I'll show you how you can get that idea easily. Give me 1 minute before I load the. Right. Took some time to load. So since a new member is asking a little bit more details about the paths what we have, so my recommendation is if you are a new member, go to the Toastmasters International website, go to the education program section, click on the pathways section, read the documents which you have here. That will give a lot of understanding. For example, if you go to the pathways overview section, under the overview, you have these details, then the paths and the projects. Things are very much simple right now. We have 6 paths. So in each path, you can learn a lot of interesting things. If you go into each path, you will see what you're going to cover, what are the elective projects, what are the each section, each level, what you will gain. So my recommendation is if you are a new member, if you want to understand what you can gain from each path, take a little bit of time, go through the pathways material given on the Toastmaster International website. Right now it's simple, it's 6 things. Back in the day when pathways was introduced, we had more. These are legacy paths. I have completed one legacy path and I'm halfway in one another legacy path as well. But right now I have I'm in one of these parts as well. So that's why I was able to show you all the details today. But each path caters for a lot of interesting things for your needs. If you are a new member, before you pick the path, read the material. Then you can get an overall understanding about each path and what are the areas, the competencies, what you will gain. And still, if you have questions before picking the path, do the online assessment and then pick your path. That's the simple answer which I can give to that member. Right. I think I answered those personal messages which I got as well. Okay. I think I covered everything which I wanted to cover today. If I give a summary, right now in Pathways program, each level, there are a set of meeting roles you have to do. From level 3, level 4, and level 5, you need to do set of presentations as well on top of the roles. So you have speeches, you have meeting roles, you have presentations, all those things coming in your way. Now I think the material is so rich, so engaging. Back in the day, I heard a lot of the clubs are saying our members are only doing speeches. Now they can't do just speeches and complete a path. Now they have to do meeting roles as well. So it's a great time for our club leaders and our club officers. So read the content, learn about the content, and go ahead and enjoy your journey. So that's the last few things which I can share with all of you. And in your clubs, start using that feedback tool every meeting. Once the meeting is completed, as an individual, if you can give 3 feedback to your club members for the role what they played, or for the evaluation what they did, or for the speech what they did, that's a great way to start that feedback culture in your clubs as well. So those are the things which I have to share. If there are no other questions, I can hand it over back to Toastmaster Nanedri.
Thank you very much, Nisal. I think it's time up now, so we will invite Toastmaster Jeevana to for vote of thanks.
Okay, thank you
Jeevana,
very
it's
much.
over to you. Okay.
Yeah, okay, thank you very much, TLI Chair, Toastmaster Nandiri. Dear Toastmasters, ladies and gentlemen, it is my privilege to deliver the vote of thanks on behalf of the Program Quality Director Team, PQD Team of District 82. First, I extend our sincere appreciation to our Program Quality Director, DTM Bhartiya Hettiarachchi, and the team for organizing today's insightful pathway training program. Your dedication to strengthening the learning experience of our members is truly commendable. Special thanks to District Director and Club Growth Director to join us today and encouraging to conduct this type of programs. A heartfelt thank you to our trainer, Distinguished Toastmaster Nisal Weerakoon, past District Director, for sharing his expertise with such clarity and enthusiasm. The knowledge you shared today will definitely help our members progress confidently along their pathways journey. We are grateful to our members and guests who took the time to participate. Your active engagement made this session meaningful and effective. Finally, thank you to everyone who worked behind the scene to ensure a smooth and successful event. Together, let us continue to inspire excellence in District 82 Toastmasters International. Over to you, TLI Chair.
Now I think our Zoom master can get a group photograph in Zoom. Kavindu,
Yes,
are
sir.
you there? Okay, okay. We'll. I think I invite everybody to on their videos, because otherwise only we can see names.
Yes, please do switch on your cameras if you can. I shall take a screenshot.
Yeah, some more people are there. Then let everybody on their video.
All right then. So,
All right. Yeah.
smile,
And only
everyone.
few.
Few more. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Kavidu, and thank you, everybody. We hope to meet you again in the next program. Thank you all, and good night.
Thank you.
Thank you very
Good
much.
night.
Good
Thank
night.
you.
Yes, you bye.
Good night.